Welcome to Whispers of Kitana. Tonight's story begins with a sound we all ignore. Something scratching where nothing should move. If you hear a whisper behind your walls, don't assume you're alone. Listen carefully and subscribe before you learn who's really living with you. It started with tapping. At first, I thought it was the pipes. Old house, old bones, wood expands, metal clicks, walls shift. The usual excuses. But the tapping didn't follow the logic of a house. It followed me. I'd walk into the kitchen, tap. I'd enter the hallway, tap, tap. Like footsteps matching mine, but muffled behind drywall. I convinced myself it was paranoia, until one night I heard breathing. Not mine, not familiar. Slow, deliberate, as if someone was waiting for me to notice. I pressed my ear to the wall. The air felt cold, buzzing. And then, a whisper, too soft to decipher, but close enough that it brushed my skin. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I noticed something else. The cereal box was open on the counter. I don't eat breakfast, and I live alone. I laughed it off, blamed exhaustion. But throughout the week, little things kept changing. A cup moved. A chair turned slightly. My keys shifted an inch every day. People say, when you live alone, you misremember. But you don't misremember objects moving while you watch them. One evening, the tapping became heavier, more like crawling, H a light, 1957 a town. Stump stopped behind and never paid attention to, a part with sheetrock slightly bulging outward. That night, I dreamed of an eye, watching me through cracks in plaster. I woke up sweating, and the tapping was louder than ever. I finally called maintenance. When the worker arrived, his expression changed the moment he saw the wall. "Are you sure you don't hear crying?" I stared at him. He shook his head, pretending he hadn't said it. He cut open the wall. The smell hit first, stale air trapped for years. Rot. Dust. Something sweet and rancid. Inside was not insulation, not wiring, but a narrow crawl space, just wide enough for someone to move through. A bed made from old coats, food wrappers, bottles, toys, and scratches on the drywall, as if someone had been counting days. The worker backed away. "I'm calling this in," he muttered, pale. Police arrived. They examined the space, took photos, whispered into radios. One officer pulled me aside. "There's a hatch farther in leads to the attic. Looks like someone's been using it for years." Years. I don't know what scared me more, that someone lived there unknown, or that they were still unaccounted for. For 3 nights, I slept elsewhere. When I returned, nothing moved, nothing tapped, no breathing, until I turned off the lights, and from the dark inside the wall, a voice whispered, "You finally found me." I froze. The police had sealed the crawl space. No one should be in there, but the whisper came again, closer. "Now I can come out." I ran, locked myself in the bathroom, sat in silence, until the sun rose. The officers checked again. The wall was intact. Everything appeared untouched. They didn't believe me, or they pretended not to. But last night, I heard it again, not through drywall, but behind me in the room. Scrape, scrape, as if something is learning how to walk on new legs. And tonight, I think it's standing right outside my door. So if you hear tapping, breathing, or whispers behind your walls, don't ignore it. Sometimes, the thing living with you has been waiting for you to notice. If this story unsettled you, it was meant to. Shadows don't always stay where we leave them. Subscribe to Whispers of Kitana and listen for the next voice behind the wall.